Hi, beautiful co-creators. I'm Angel. I am reading from The 64 Ways, Personal Contemplations of the Gene Keys on the Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. I will put some links and info down in the description. And I'm a little emotional because I just finished reading the second part, and I've been allowing myself to feel my feelings. What a novel idea, huh? The second city, part 3 of Gene Key number 3, the second way. Gene Key 2, pardon me. The second way, which is the way of orientation, just to catch you up. And again, you can find out more if you're interested. Yeah, I'll just encourage you to find out more. You can go to genekeys.com, I believe, to find out more. It's a good place to start, or look up 64 Ways, or look up Richard Rudd, or check out some of the links down below. Without further ado, I'm going to continue. This is part 3 of Gene Key 2. I'm on page 16 of the 64 Ways. The second city, unity. When we're home, we know we're home. All seeking comes to an end. We remember life is for living. Life is love. Love is life. All life has an innate urge to complete a story. This is evolution. This is the outer journey. It's the Odyssey. We all eventually return home to Ithaca, to Eden, to the Isle of Avalon. It's a state, a frequency band within our DNA that allows us to experience it, but it isn't the state. When we die, the state ends, but not the consciousness that the state allows us to access. The consciousness is so light, so delicate, so feminine. It's the subtlest breeze. It's the indescribable. It's why the poets look to the clouds, the trees, the leaves, the midnight fires, the sweeping swallows. One of my favorites, Rainier Maria Rilke, asks, but if the endlessly dead could awake a symbol in us, perhaps they would point to the catkins hanging from the empty hazel trees. It's always something ephemeral but lasting, that we point toward when we need to understand unity. The trees appear to die every year, but then there they are again the following year, and those catkins have dropped their seeds to ensure there will always be new trees. But unity will not yield to understanding. It is our unbending essence. It is leafless. It is everlasting. It is unfeasibly beautiful. It is our home. All our metaphors lead here to this experience of awakening, enlightenment, realization. In fact, it is really normalcy. It is our ordinariness, but inside it contains everythingness. The second city is the city of unity. It is the city of oneness. It is our original innocence. All life leads here. In human beings, it leads us beyond our perception, beyond our senses, into the vibrations within ourselves, within our DNA. Enlightenment, unity, is a physical phenomenon. It's not something outside the body. It requires the body. It celebrates the body. Speaking of bodies, I gotta stretch out my leg and just breathe that in. When I look at these first two gene keys, these programming partners, the prime yin and yang, we're looking at spirit and form, at energy and matter, yet they're so inside each other that we can't tell which is which. In the tradition of the Hindu school of Advaita Vendatna, butchered that one, huh? This is why they don't refer to it as oneness, but rather not two. There aren't two things anymore. There is no separation. Everything is entangled in everything else. Everything is locked into a dance with itself. It's easy to get metaphysical here, but the second city is so far from philosophy. It's the divine feminine, and the divine feminine is a mystery. It contains the masculine, so we can no longer call it feminine. Oof. My legs asleep and waking up. Hey, sleepwalker. Let's end on a practical note. Since we're not talking about the divine feminine, what does all this mean for us at home in our lives? It means we can't make a mistake. Let that truth penetrate into the cells of your bodies, of our bodies. Every gene key is saying this. It's inviting us to receive the universe through our daily lives. Every gene key, it's inviting us to receive the universe through our daily lives. It's inviting us to trust, to remember the feeling of trust. We don't need to add anything to our life. We don't need to learn anything to get this. There's nothing to get. The answer is so simple. It's too simple for words. We have to learn to forgive ourselves, to realize that we don't need to try. Life is suffused with grace when we're able to hear it. Transformation is life. To be transformed is to be completely relaxed, like water, is to trust in the timing of everything. It's even to trust in fear. This is what these transformational keys show us. Trust the shadow. It contains a gift. Trust everything and go on trusting everything. Trust everyone. Trust our disappointments. Trust our sexuality. Trust our longing. Trust our boredom. Trust our sadness. Trust corruption. Trust conspiracy. Trust the world. Trust the whole shebang. Know that we can never be lost and we can never be wrong because we are life itself. That resonates deeply with me. I don't know. I'm curious how you all feel about it. I imagine some of you disagree and some of you don't, and that's perfect. The only way to find unity is to dissolve. This is why the symbol is water. We have to allow all our boundaries and attachments to dissolve into life. Our life offers us this every day, in every way. We only have to melt into our own life to become one with it. The universe and all its mysteries are hanging in the air before us every day and in every way. Melt into the stream that's life. Let our heart flow into the sea of creation. Just surrender ourselves to life. Become soft. Become like water. That wraps up part 3 of my reading of Gene Key 2. I'm Gabrielle Angel Lilly, and I'm reading from the 64 Ways, Personal Contemplations on the Gene Keys by Richard Rudd, and I highly recommend his work. I've not yet had the pleasure of speaking to him, although perhaps these videos will spark a connection. We will see. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, your questions, your feelings. I'm interested. Till next time, peace.